So this is coming up. This is the RFK show, just for your notes. A brainworm. That he got a brainworm, and I guess the brainworm is still there. Hello, and welcome back to Chicks and Balances. I'm Camille.
And I'm Lauren.
Today we're going to talk about a big name in the news, unfortunately, Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
I feel like you could just stop there and be like, and thank you, good night. That could be like the shortest show episode in the history of moving film. Robert Kennedy, thank you, good night. Should I have said bye?
The guy is making enemies fast.
Wow.
Making enemies fast.
Wow.
Or that'll be his thing.
Making enemies great again.
Yeah, mega. He is, hard to look at, yes. Hard to listen to, yes. Hard to understand, yes. Anyway, this guy, let's kind of dissect
Okay.
some Robert F. Kennedy Jr. business.
I mean, yes.
Here's a guy, the heir to a great legacy.
Sure.
Legacy name for sure. The scion of a great political family.
I love you for Scion.
I know, it's a great word.
It's a great word.
It's also a car.
It is a car, not a great car.
Not a great car.
Sorry.
Here's this guy who's busy destroying his family name. I don't even think he knows he's doing it. He doesn't care because what is going on with this guy? Robert F. Kennedy Jr.
You know
anyway.
what? I know, right here. I was just pulled this up. This is just any day in America news. Here it is. Let's take it from the top. RFK Jr. says he sees no successes in the agency he leads.
No successes.
Right. We eradicated smallpox. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, crazy stuff like that. We
crazy
eradicated polio for the most part. We thought we had eradicated measles. Oops, we didn't. And it's on his watch.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. RFK Jr. rejecting vaccine data fuels distrust of public health agencies.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there
Well,
it
he's certainly well known for that, rejecting any kind of science, which I don't get. He's not stupid.
He's not stupid.
But okay, some more, please.
He's also an attorney giving us medical advice and questioning those who came before him
Yes.
in an industry in the medical world. So RFK Jr. says anyone who wants a COVID shot can get one, not these Americans. I've actually read this article, and this is really interesting. So he was seen being interviewed. I think Elizabeth Warren was taking him to task over this particular thing when he was being confirmed. He said anybody would be able to get the COVID shot. So many, many, many people have come forward saying, absolutely not. I'm having so much trouble when I go in. Let's just say I'm over 65. I should be able to get it. And they're absolutely being shut down immediately. They apparently have to bring secondary information, blah, blah, blah. There are all these hurdles. So it's a big nightmare. So, nope. Trump FDA boss sounds the alarm on RFK Jr.'s child vaccine plot.
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 Interesting use of word.
Yeah, plot.
Yeah. Huh. That sounds like there's dissent.
It sounds like there's dissent. Plot is a really interesting. I mean, do you want kids to get polio again? Are we making polio great again? I'm just curious. It begs the question.
MPGA, baby.
Yeah.
He's making enemies daily, even within Trump's ridiculous realm.
Yeah.
And that is saying a lot.
That's saying a whole lot.
So if there's dissent between the head of the FDA and the head of the Health and Human Services, I don't know. I
don't either, but you know what? It's kind of right there, and that's every single solitary time I pick up the phone or the news or, thousands of years of millions and thousands of degrees of research that have come before him. All of these people who have spent 10, 15, 20 years in school and research fields from all over the world have collected evidence against, where this, for example, where autism comes from. He's all of a sudden saying, my PTA mom friend told me.
Jenny McCarthy says.
Cheerios causes autism.
I mean,
It's
Well,
wild.
So here's the thing. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is not stupid. He's a well-educated man.
Yeah.
Surrounded by a well-educated family dedicated to public service. Think whatever you may think of the Kennedys, they were dedicated to public service.
Right.
So his solution is to be a conspiracy theorist and anti-intellectual. I find it bizarre in the extreme. Now, he explains it that he has a brain worm, that he got a brain worm, and I guess the brain worm is still there? I don't know.
I don't either. Where did he get it? I mean, he's an attorney giving medical advice. Let's be clear.
Yes.
And he got a brain worm from the
what?
The water cooler at the office at the law firm,
Or from eating sautéed dog in Pakistan? I don't know.
or did he get it from an ayahuasca trip somewhere in the Amazon?
Well, he's a former heroin addict.
Yes, he
He's been
is.
very clear about that. And he
Yes.
certainly approaches the world like a former heroin addict.
Absolutely.
But I'm curious about the brain worm. Like, there's an episode of Night Gallery. Okay, I loved that show with Rod Serling.
Okay.
And but it's an earwig in this episode, and an earwig.
Yes, go.
Oh, an earwig goes in one side of this gentleman's ear and tunnels all the way through the other. And so, in my mind, and the earwig lays eggs.
Of course it does.
Of course. And so in my mind, this is what I see is a brain worm tunneling through Robert F. Kennedy's brain. So did he wake up one day and the brain worm was on his pillow and that's how he knows? Or is the brain worm still there? I'm curious if anyone's watching, if you have any notions of where's the brain worm? Is it still living with him in marital bliss? Or has it divorced him and set out, and has its own apartment somewhere?
These are the questions that keep us up at night, as we are sure they may or may not keep you up as well. I do have something to speak about on that subject. You remember the original conspiracy theories about the lizard people living at the center of the earth? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know specifically what that was, but is he not the king of the lizard people? Does he not? I mean, he certainly looks like it.
He looks like one, for sure.
He definitely does. It
Yes.
looks like he crawled out of the Earth's core, and then put a suit on, and then tapped the mic and said, "Is this thing on?" And now he's giving us medical advice.
My other thing about Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is this guy's dangerous, and he's the head of Health and Human Services for this nation.
Yes.
This is a guy that is well documented, by the way, I'm not making this up, that walked down the aisle of an airplane, a commercial aircraft, barefoot, and walked into a plane bathroom barefoot. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of in my life. Airplane bathrooms are so gross. They're covered in fecal matter. And apparently airplane aisles are even worse, according to some aviation experts. The aisleways are even worse. Would you walk barefoot?
Absolutely not. And every flight attendant's top 5 most disgusting things we're secretly judging you don't ever do list when you fly. Mm-hmm. The number one thing is don't ever wear like any kind of flip flop, any kind of exposed flip flop, all of that. Now, I've worn flip flops on a plane before. I've definitely.
Well, they make you take your shoes off, so it kind of behooves you. Yeah.
But to just automatically and just willingly walk barefoot down the aisle of an airplane into the bathroom where...
That's the brain worm.
Yeah, that is the brain worm.
That's the brain worm working in his life. Yes,
that is wild.
That's disgusting.
Disgusting.
Then there's the whole bear episode that he stashed in Central Park. He found a dead cub on the side of the road somewhere on the East Coast.
Oh my God.
And he was afraid to go home with it, so he stashed it in Central Park?
That is...
Why? What does he need with a dead bear cub and a beached whale's head? Are there more? Like, this is serial killer stuff.
So this is what I'm wondering. I mean, it's truly serial killer stuff. I'm wondering what his end goal is.
So if you're out there just as dazed and confused as we are, you're not alone. I guess that's the end line to this show is, here, you have 2 friends who are just as confused and in the dark as you. I don't know what to say.
it's as I said before. We can pivot all the way back to the beginning. All you have to say is Robert Kennedy. That's it. That's all we got. That is his name.
Yeah, he could have done so much more.
Yeah, he really could have.
Well-
but he had to get a brain worm, shoot enough heroin to power a small town, become the director of Health and Human Services now, and he's in charge of our health care.
There you go. So have a good day, everyone.
Anyway.